If you've already celebrated your 65th birthday, enjoying that morning cup of coffee, but find yourself feeling your muscles progressively weaken, seeing your steps slow, or needing extra effort to climb stairs, then what you're about to discover is especially for you. You're likely wondering why your legs don't feel as strong as they once did, and the surprising truth is that age alone isn't the culprit, nor is it simply a lack of protein. There's a single simple element you can add to your daily coffee, a method rigorously backed by science to help you not just stop, but reverse muscle loss, reignite your strength, and powerfully combat sarcopenia, that natural decline in muscle mass and function linked to aging. And no, we're not talking about overpriced supplements or endless hours spent sweating in a gym. What we're about to unveil is a natural compound, validated by countless scientific studies, with the incredible potential to transform your daily coffee ritual into a potent metabolic tool for your muscles. So if you're over 65 and deeply desire to stay strong, vibrant, independent, and active without relying on endless medications, this could very well be the most crucial information you hear all year. These aren't just generic tips. This is the invaluable legacy of a lifetime of research from Dr. Frank, a renowned expert with vast experience in senior healthcare, who dedicated his passion to finding natural, safe, and truly effective solutions to enhance the quality of life for the generations who came before us. Now, why is this so profoundly crucial? Because sarcopenia doesn't merely impact your physical appearance or how you move, it profoundly influences your entire metabolism, your sense of balance, your body's ability to burn fat efficiently, and dramatically elevates your risk of falls and developing insulin resistance. Indeed, muscle tissue stands as one of the body's most vital protective tissues as we age, and its preservation is fundamental not just for basic movement, but for your overall longevity and well-being. However, most people are entirely overlooking the actual deeper reason their muscles are diminishing. That's why, together, we're going to delve into Dr. Frank's groundbreaking discoveries to truly understand what's happening within your body and find a clear path to reclaim lost strength and vitality. To truly begin, we must first grasp what is precisely unfolding inside us. After the age of 60, our bodies naturally become less efficient at synthesizing new muscle tissue from the proteins we consume. This fascinating phenomenon is recognized within the scientific community as anabolic resistance. You might be eating sufficient protein, perhaps even exercising regularly, yet your muscle cells seem to have stopped listening to the signals to build. The result is that muscle doesn't effectively rebuild itself, and the relentless process of deterioration steadily outpaces repair. So, what proactive steps can we take to genuinely address this pervasive issue? The critical insight lies in learning how to powerfully amplify that muscle-building signal, and incredibly fortunately, a specific nutrient exists that can help you achieve precisely this, a nutrient you can effortlessly add to your very first morning coffee. Over the next few moments, we will intimately explore what this revolutionary nutrient is and why it represents such a monumental breakthrough for older adults. We'll uncover precisely how it works its magic within your muscle cells to directly counteract sarcopenia, what groundbreaking scientific research reveals about the optimal timing, absorption rates, and expected results, along with the ideal dosage and perfect combination with coffee for maximum impact. You'll also come to understand why the vast majority of older individuals bypass this crucial step, ultimately weakening despite their best efforts to maintain a healthy diet. Finally, we'll present a complete, easy-to-follow protocol meticulously designed to help you rebuild your strength, starting with a deceptively simple daily habit. This isn't just theory, it's a practical strategy, firmly rooted in solid scientific evidence, engineered to help you naturally recover lost muscle, boost your energy levels, and restore your confidence. Let's now journey deeper into the science and precisely uncover what you should add to your coffee tomorrow morning, drawing directly from the incredible research legacy of Dr. Frank. Most people incorrectly assume that muscle loss after age 65 is an inevitable, normal part of growing older, but this perspective isn't entirely accurate. While a natural decrease in muscle mass does occur with advancing age, the true profound reason why older adults experience such rapid declines in strength isn't aging itself, but rather a specific and treatable phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Let me illustrate this with a simple, relatable analogy. Imagine your muscles are a vibrant house that requires diligent daily repairs and renovations. When you're young, every time you consume protein, your body efficiently dispatches a highly organized construction crew made up of amino acids, enzymes, and hormones to repair the house, erect new walls, and fortify its entire structure. But after age 60, the foreman, representing your cellular receptors, seems to stop responding effectively to the signals. The construction crew arrives, but they're disorganized, confused, and unsure of their tasks. The repair process grinds to a halt, and over time, your house, your invaluable muscle tissue, begins to deteriorate much faster than it can be rebuilt. This, my friends, is anabolic resistance in action. Your muscle cells become markedly less sensitive to the crucial signals from protein and exercise, and this resistance intensifies as you age. When you consume protein, your body diligently breaks it down into individual amino acids. These amino acids, particularly one called leucine, activate a critical signaling pathway known as mTOR, mammalian target of rapamycin. The mTOR pathway serves as the primary on switch for muscle building throughout your body. It emphatically tells your muscle cells it's time to grow. However, in older adults, this crucial mTOR activation weakens. The same amount of protein that efficiently helped build muscle in your 30s no longer functions as effectively in your 70s. Consequently, even if you believe you're eating sufficient protein, you might still be paradoxically losing muscle. This fundamental distinction is why sarcopenia isn't just a simple nutritional problem, but rather a complex cellular signaling issue. According to a compelling review published in the journal Nutrients in 2023, older adults genuinely require 30% to 40% more leucine-rich protein per meal to achieve the same anabolic response as their younger counterparts. But here's the genuinely good news. By deeply understanding this specific physiology, we can naturally circumvent it. You don't need synthetic steroids, nor do you need to drastically triple your protein intake overnight. You simply need to make your muscle cells sensitive to that vital growth signal once again. And that precisely is where today's powerful coffee strategy comes into play. We are about to introduce a remarkable nutrient that directly activates the mTOR pathway, bypassing a significant portion of that frustrating resistance and helping your body utilize the protein you already consume much more efficiently. In fact, clinical studies unequivocally demonstrate that when older individuals take this specific amino acid in the correct form, their muscle protein synthesis rates dramatically increase, even without any concurrent exercise. From this revelation arises a truly crucial question. What exactly is this star nutrient? The one you'll begin adding to your coffee starting tomorrow. The extraordinary nutrient we're discussing is leucine, a powerhouse branch chain amino acid, BCAA, and one of the most critically important triggers for muscle growth in the human body. You might initially dismiss it as just another amino acid, but that would be a significant misunderstanding. Leucine isn't just an amino acid, it is the master switch that commands your body to initiate the intricate process of muscle construction. Let me illustrate this with another simple metaphor. Imagine you're attempting to light a roaring fire. You might possess an abundance of firewood, which represents all the protein you consume, but without a crucial spark, that wood will simply sit there, inert and useless. Leucine, in this analogy, is that vital spark. When you consume enough leucine in a single sitting, especially first thing in the morning, it robustly activates the mTOR pathway, sending an unequivocal command to your muscle cells. Begin to grow, repair, and rebuild. What's truly remarkable is that this profound process can occur even without vigorous exercise. Of course, incorporating resistance training will magnificently amplify the effect, but numerous studies have conclusively shown that leucine supplementation alone can powerfully stimulate muscle protein synthesis in older adults, even when they are entirely sedentary. For instance, a seminal 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who deliberately added leucine to their meals experienced a significant 16% to 30% increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to those who did not. That's an incredibly substantial figure, particularly if your body has become resistant to standard dietary proteins. But here lies the critical nuance. To effectively activate the mTOR pathway, you need to reach a specific threshold dose of leucine, typically between 2.5 to 3 grams per serving, consumed all at once. This essential amount is equivalent to eating a substantial 30 to 40 grams of high-quality protein. Think 5 whole eggs or an entire chicken breast in a single meal. The unfortunate reality is that most older adults do not consume this much protein during breakfast, and as a result, they entirely miss out on that crucial anabolic window. This is precisely where your morning coffee brilliantly steps in. Instead of forcing yourself to consume a large, protein-heavy breakfast, you can simply and elegantly add 3 grams of pure leucine powder to your black coffee. It dissolves effortlessly, is virtually tasteless, and begins to act within a mere 20 to 30 minutes. This method allows you to deliver that potent muscle growth signal without the heaviness of a substantial meal. Furthermore, this strategy is particularly powerful if you practice intermittent fasting, as leucine does not trigger a significant insulin spike and therefore won't break your fast in the traditional sense, keeping you in a fat-burning state while still powerfully supporting muscle preservation. In summary, leucine effectively activates the mTOR pathway, the key signaling pathway for muscle building. Older adults unequivocally require more leucine to effectively overcome anabolic resistance. Taking 3 grams in the morning with your coffee ensures rapid and highly efficient delivery. Best of all, you will likely feel the difference in a matter of days, expect more sustained energy, enhanced stability, and even reduced soreness after basic daily activities. You might be naturally wondering, why with coffee specifically? Why not just plain water or with breakfast? The profound answer lies in what cutting-edge scientific research and our intrinsic physiology unequivocally show us. Your very first cup of coffee in the morning cultivates a unique and highly receptive metabolic environment. And if you seize that precious window of opportunity wisely, you can powerfully enhance the way your body absorbs and utilizes nutrients, particularly leucine. Allow me to thoroughly break this down for you. When you first awaken, your body is in a profound fasted state. Your insulin levels are naturally low, while cortisol, your body's natural morning energy hormone, is typically elevated. This isn't inherently negative. Cortisol actually assists in mobilizing stored fat and maintaining mental alertness. Now, this is where the metabolic magic truly happens. The caffeine in your coffee powerfully stimulates your sympathetic nervous system, boosting blood flow throughout your body and temporarily elevating your metabolic rate. This translates directly into faster nutrient absorption and significantly improved signaling through the mTOR pathway, if the correct amino acids are present. Therefore, when you wisely combine leucine with black coffee, you achieve faster and more efficient absorption through your gut, followed by superior delivery directly to your muscle cells, activating them at a moment when your body is incredibly receptive. This precise combination effectively creates the perfect metabolic spark, much like adding fine tinder to a nascent fire just as the first delicate flames begin to flicker. But there's yet another compelling reason why this particular combination works so remarkably well. Black coffee especially contains no competing amino acids or glucose that could attenuate or muffle leucine's powerful signal. When you consume leucine alongside a carbohydrate-rich breakfast, such as oatmeal or fruit smoothies, insulin levels spike, the mTOR pathway becomes confused by competing signals, and the vital muscle-building message becomes distorted and less effective. With black coffee on an empty stomach combined with leucine, the message is clear, direct, and entirely distraction-free. Build muscle. In fact, a groundbreaking 2022 study published in the journal Frontiers in Physiology definitively showed that taking leucine in a low insulin state, such as during morning fasting, resulted in significantly higher mTOR activation and greater muscle protein synthesis in older adults compared to the exact same dose consumed later with a mixed meal. And here's an incredibly practical additional advantage. Many older individuals already routinely drink coffee as a deeply ingrained habit, meaning you aren't introducing an entirely new, potentially disruptive routine. You're simply intelligently upgrading an existing one. This dramatically increases the likelihood of maintaining it consistently, which is absolutely critical for witnessing real, lasting results. Looking even further, Dr. Frank's profound research legacy presents us with an even more comprehensive and awe-inspiring picture of why maintaining robust muscle mass is so vitally important. Up to this point, you've understood how simply adding leucine to your morning coffee can effectively help rebuild muscle after 65. But here's what the majority of people fail to realize. Preserving muscle isn't merely about physical strength, it's intricately linked to your entire metabolism, blood sugar regulation, efficient fat burning, hormonal balance, and even the health of your brain. Allow me to elaborate on what truly happens within your body when you unfortunately lose muscle and why this deceptively simple coffee protocol offers profound benefits that extend far beyond mere aesthetics in the mirror. Your muscle tissue serves as your body's primary metabolic engine. Even at complete rest, muscle tissue burns 3 times more energy than fat tissue. Therefore, when you experience muscle loss, your basal metabolic rate significantly decreases, meaning you burn fewer calories even if your dietary habits remain unchanged. This crucial fact is one of the primary reasons why many individuals find themselves gaining fat much more easily after 60, even when they conscientiously eat a healthy diet. It's not primarily a food problem, it's a deeply rooted muscle problem. Now let's connect the critical dots. Less muscle directly translates to diminished glucose uptake and increased insulin resistance. Your muscle mass acts as your body's largest storage depot for glucose. Every time you consume carbohydrates, your body critically relies on your muscle tissue to efficiently absorb and buffer that sugar. When this essential muscle mass shrinks, glucose has nowhere else to go, so it frustratingly lingers in your bloodstream, leading to chronically high insulin levels. Over time, this unwelcome scenario contributes to persistent abdominal fat, brain fog, and debilitating fatigue, elevated triglycerides, prediabetes, or full-blown diabetes, and significantly accelerated cellular aging. The World Health Organization, WHO, has repeatedly issued urgent warnings about the escalating burden of type 2 diabetes in older adults, and maintaining optimal muscle mass stands as one of the most powerful and effective preventive measures available. But the inverse is also powerfully true. Rebuild your muscle, and you will effectively restore insulin sensitivity. Even a modest 10% increase in lean muscle mass can dramatically improve blood sugar control and ignite fat burning, often without requiring any drastic changes to your diet. And that precisely is what this simple leucine plus coffee habit empowers you to achieve. Yet, the story gets even better. Robust muscle preservation also robustly supports crucial hormonal balance, particularly essential hormones like testosterone, DHEA, and growth hormone. It provides vital joint protection, as stronger muscles mean significantly less strain on your bones and ligaments, thereby helping to drastically reduce the risk of debilitating arthritis and painful fractures, a major concern highlighted by respected organizations like the International Osteoporosis Foundation. Furthermore, it plays a key role in enhancing cognitive function, as an increasing body of scientific studies strongly links greater muscle mass to improved memory retention and a reduced risk of dementia. Additionally, muscle tissue actively helps produce beneficial anti-inflammatory myokines, which play a crucial role in controlling chronic inflammation throughout the body, and it powerfully supports overall immunological health. Sarcopenia is now formally recognized as a significant risk factor for compromised immunity in older adults. In essence, muscle is not just a tissue, it is a profound organ of longevity. A significant 2021 study published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle found that older adults with greater muscle mass enjoyed an astonishing 40% lower risk of all-cause mortality over a 5-year period. Therefore, while a simple scoop of leucine in your coffee may seem like a small act, it is in reality sending a monumental signal to your entire physiology. Stay strong, stay resilient, stay metabolically young. Just listen to the compelling story of Mr. Perez, a 72-year-old gentleman from Seville whom Dr. Frank once treated. Mr. Perez had always been an incredibly active person, but in recent years he felt his strength precipitously decline. He could no longer easily lift his beloved grandson. Carrying groceries from the market had become an arduous and often painful chore, and he dreaded every instance he had to ascend stairs, feeling his cherished independence slowly slipping away. After receiving Dr. Frank's insightful advice and diligently beginning the simple method of adding leucine to his morning coffee, coupled with gentle, consistent exercises, Mr. Perez experienced a truly miraculous transformation in just a few short months. "I feel like I've rejuvenated 10 years, he joyfully shared. "My legs are firmer, I can effortlessly play with my grandson without tiring, and most importantly, I've completely regained my confidence." Mr. Perez's inspiring story stands as a vivid testament to how even seemingly small, consistent changes in daily habits can indeed produce absolutely monumental, life-altering results. Now, let's bring it all together and finish strong with the ultimate step-by-step protocol, merging everything into a clear, profoundly simple routine. Something you can easily begin tomorrow morning with minimal effort, but maximum impact. This is your personal morning Leucine Plus coffee protocol to fiercely combat sarcopenia and robustly rebuild strength after 65. First, upon waking, within the initial 5 to 10 minutes, sip a refreshing glass of water infused with a pinch of sea salt or a few drops of fresh lemon. This crucial step optimally rehydrates your body after a long night's rest, gently supports healthy digestion, and subtly stimulates cortisol, your body's natural morning energy hormone. Next, diligently prepare your usual cup of black coffee, ideally without any added sugar or heavy cream. If necessary, unsweetened almond or coconut milk is acceptable. Simply avoid anything that would significantly elevate insulin or contain additives that interfere with nutrient absorption. Then, meticulously measure out 3 grams of pharmaceutical-grade leucine powder, which is approximately 3/4 of a teaspoon, and add it directly to your coffee while it's still warm. Leucine dissolves best with heat and is virtually tasteless. A helpful tip: if you're sensitive to texture, vigorously stir your coffee for a few extra seconds to ensure superior incorporation. The timing here is absolutely crucial. Drink this potent cup within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. The very first hour of your day is when your body is physiologically primed to efficiently absorb nutrients, activate powerful fat burning, and maximally support muscle growth, especially when your insulin levels are naturally low. You can choose to remain fasted a bit longer to further amplify fat-burning benefits, but when you do consume your first meal later, ensure it's rich in high-quality protein, such as pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed beef, or wild-caught fish, complemented by healthy fats and a generous portion of low-starch vegetables. Finally, an optional but incredibly powerful step involves incorporating a bit of light movement. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of gentle resistance training, such as bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, or exercises with resistance bands performed after your coffee, can significantly amplify the mTOR signal and accelerate your muscle response. Think of it as directly telling your body, "We are actively using this muscle. Keep it strong and vibrant." Consistency above all is the undisputed key. Adhere to this protocol for at least 5 days a week, for 2 to 4 weeks, before meticulously evaluating your results. Most individuals report noticeable improvements in leg strength, significantly less soreness or fatigue after walking, more stable blood sugar levels, and a discernible positive shift in body tone. An added bonus many experience is enhanced mental clarity and an elevated mood within just a few days, likely due to improved glucose management and optimized mitochondrial energy within the brain. And again, this emphatically does not mean you need to undertake intense workouts or drastically overhaul your entire diet overnight. It's fundamentally about consistently sending the correct signal to your body day in and day out. Muscle doesn't vanish instantaneously, but it can absolutely be rebuilt much faster than most people imagine, provided the right internal environment is meticulously created. And this simple addition is one of the easiest, most accessible ways to powerfully begin. Let's quickly recap what we've unveiled and why this single, simple adjustment to your morning coffee can be a game changer, helping you halt pervasive muscle loss, vigorously restore your strength, and feel more energetic and alive after 65. The core problem is that after 60, your muscles develop a form of resistance to growth signals, a condition known as anabolic resistance. Merely consuming protein often isn't enough to adequately trigger muscle building because the crucial mTOR pathway isn't fully engaged. Leucine, a specific amino acid, acts as the vital spark that ignites that growth switch, but only if you consume a sufficient amount all at once. Your morning coffee, especially on an empty stomach, provides the perfect metabolic window to absorb and utilize leucine with remarkable efficiency. By simply adding 3 grams of leucine to your coffee, you directly activate muscle growth, significantly improve insulin sensitivity, and powerfully support your entire metabolism, all without completely disrupting your daily routine. This distinction is profoundly important because muscle isn't just tissue, it's a dynamic metabolic powerhouse that efficiently burns fat, regulates blood sugar, meticulously protects your joints, and ensures you move with confidence and treasured independence as you gracefully age. Losing muscle tragically accelerates aging, but intentionally building it, even a modest amount, dramatically adds quality life to your years. You don't require an intimidating gym, heavy weights, or expensive protein shakes. What you critically need is the right signal, delivered in the right time window with the right nutrient. That, precisely, is what this Leucine Plus Coffee protocol offers you, a precious legacy born from Dr. Frank's dedicated lifelong research. Now here is your compelling challenge. Try this transformative habit for the next 7 mornings. Upon waking, rehydrate, brew your black coffee, dissolve 3 grams of leucine, and, optionally, perform a few minutes of light resistance movement. Then, simply observe how your body responds in terms of renewed energy, enhanced strength, improved stability, and even your overall mood. Make a mental note of how you feel. Pay close attention to whether climbing stairs becomes easier, if your legs feel noticeably more stable, or if your appetite and energy levels become more consistent throughout your day. Then, vividly imagine the profound impact this could have after 30 days or even 60 days. This isn't just about building muscle. It's about courageously reclaiming your metabolic youth, one powerful cup at a time. We sincerely hope these profound insights, the cherished fruit of Dr. Frank's unwavering passion, bring genuine value to your life, helping you profoundly rediscover the strength and boundless joy of living. Please remember that this content is provided solely for educational and informational purposes. Under no circumstances should it be considered a substitute for professional medical diagnosis, treatment, or advice. We always strongly recommend that before making any changes to your daily routine, dietary habits, or physical activity, you consult with your physician or a qualified healthcare professional. Your well-being is of utmost importance.